Hi, Gene here with today's thought. But before we get to today's thought, I just want to thank the 5 people that subscribed all in one day. Yesterday, this would be Wednesday, before today, Thursday, before Friday, the day that you're seeing this video. But that's a lot for me. I mean, I don't have that many subscribers yet. Could use more, be honest. But 5 in one day, I think that's a record for me. So thank you, all of you subscribers, all of your subscribers who have subscribed, but especially 5 in one day. Maybe we're building some momentum here. Anyways, on to today's thought. And today's thought is something I've talked about before. The problem that Joe Biden has, the Biden campaign, the Democrats have with trying to reconcile the Jewish vote. Most Jews, I'm not one of them, happily, most Jews are liberal, I'm conservative, but they also have now a growing Muslim vote, especially in Michigan, which is, there are certain areas, Dearborn Heights, Hamtramck, that are, Hamtramck is, both of them are overwhelmingly Muslim, so alienating them could cost Michigan to the Democrats, to Joe Biden in the election, and then you just have the left wing, all these people demonstrating, ruining the annual Christmas tree lighting at Rockefeller Center. That's how disgusting these people are. They think that they're going to get people to support them, or force people to support them by ruining their days, by ruining their holidays, by ruining their lives, by blocking their traffic, by doing all these things. And you say, oh, well, God, we are so scared. We are going to change our positions completely and support Hamas and the murder of 9 million people as a population right now. Because we're not just talking about, we're talking about 8 million Jews, and you're talking about 1 million Arabs and Druze and other people. So anyways, as usual, I start to get off the track. What I was getting at is this problem that the Democrats have to keep these two parties, both of whom the Democrats presumably, unless something has really changed, need in order to win the election. And they're losing, here I'm going to digress again, they're losing minorities, they're losing blacks, they're losing Hispanics, they're losing even the youth vote, despite a bribe of having college loans forgiven, unconstitutionally, by the way, against a Supreme Court decision. So who's the lawless president? My Democratic friends. So anyways, getting back on track. So John Kirby was in Israel to show support for Israel, to support them. There's this, I'm sure you know, there has been this ceasefire that's kind of a rolling ceasefire. Every day that Hamas releases at least 10 hostages, the Israelis are holding their fire. So the question is now, Israel said, well, as soon as we stop getting hostages, we're going to continue the war. We're going to go on. Now they've pretty much they've taken over the north for sure. They have Israel controls the north. Hamas. There's some people, some Hamas terrorists there who can pop out of a tunnel, the ones that Israel has not destroyed yet, and snipe at them. But they're not a real serious threat. Most of them, or a lot of them, have and probably use this ceasefire as a cover to migrate or to infiltrate, or, to be honest, to flee with their tails between their legs to the south of Gaza. So now the problem, now Israel is getting ready to move into the south. So here we go. I'm going to give you 2 quotes. This is from the same appearance of John Kirby. So here is the first one. I'm going to put it up so you can all follow along, and here it is. This is John Kirby speaking. We continue to believe that Israel has a right and responsibility to go after Hamas. They have said very clearly that when these pauses are over, they intend to go back at it. As they make that decision, they'll continue to find support from the United States in terms of the tools and capabilities, the weapon systems that they need, as well as the advice and the perspectives that we can offer in terms of urban warfare. That's the first quote. But now here's this second quote, almost in the same breath, immediately after the quote I just read you. This is John Kirby again. We have been very consistent and clear with our Israeli counterparts that we do not support a move to the south unless or until they have adequately accounted for the protection of innocent human life, civilian life in southern Gaza, with the understanding that there's a whole heck of a lot more innocent civilians in southern Gaza than there were a week or two ago. What we're urging Israel to do is to make sure there's appropriate accounting for that and additional safety measures in place. So there you go. Two conflicting statements in the same appearance. This is John Kirby, presumably speaking on behalf of the Biden administration, or let's be honest, let's be frank about this, the Biden campaign, the Joe Biden presidential re-election campaign. So he's saying on the one hand to support to keep the vote of the Jewish vote, to keep the Jewish vote on the one hand, but to keep the Muslim vote on the other hand, and on the third hand, to keep the left-wing base of his party, to keep their votes too. That's the problem with the Democratic Party, is there's no consistent belief in the Democratic parties, no consistent philosophy, except to have absolute power to do whatever. To do what? Well, that's the problem. It changes every day. Whatever they gay marriage, and then climate, alarmism, whatever they want to do. And so maybe someday they'll decide everybody has to wear a blue necktie, and they'll try to legislate that, or force us into, not to heat our homes at all, and to drive, everybody must have an electric car. So we've gone quite a ways from a chicken in every pot. Now it's going to be an electric car in every garage, and hope that the battery doesn't explode and burn your whole house down, kill everybody in.